Uh, so this is a pretty disturbing situation for a lot of people. Let me try to get into this real quick. Thank you for tuning in to prison. People that may be going to prison, uh, prison, guilty plea, first officer admits guilt on inmate beating. That was a pretty serious case, bro. From what I seen, I don't know how serious you think that it probably was, but I seen. If you seen it, then you know how bad they beat this kid down. They beat him to death. Facts. So apparently, this officer here, he copped out to 15 years. I didn't know that. 15 years, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest, right? But altogether, in my time that I've been bidding, doing bids, going up north, Rikers Island, I think I've done more than 15 years. Like, I got definitely 15 years, 4.5 to 15. I did that. Facts. I ever got a winner free? I don't know if I got a winner free. I know I got a 2 to 4. I got a 2.5 to 5. And then I got the 4.5 to 15. Or to 12, was it? 9 to 15 to 15. Because, you know, it's 4.5 to 9. But I owed time from when I was paroled, and I think it was 5 years. 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. 4.5 to 15. Facts. So I did a lot of little bids here and there. Facts. I mean, you know that by now. I've said it a million times, but you're probably going to hear it a million more. That's what the internet is about. Informing those who are not informed. But I have over 26 arrests with 19 convictions, bro. When I think about that, when dudes be bragging like, yo, bro, I've been up north however many times, yo, I've been locked up however many times, I'm like, boy, how many felonies you got? Dudes be crying about one felony, bro. Like, stop playing, boy. I promise you, bro. I one thing about me, since day one, I never came on here and lied. My story has been the same. I probably word shit different or what have you, but anybody that knows me and people that watch me is people I go outside and hang out with, be with, and all that. Facts. I promise you. I live in New York City, in the boroughs. I'm gonna live here till I die. I go outside. We don't just come in the house and stay stuck in the house. Whoever knows me knows. Warpath. I'm a street nigga. Respectfully. Facts. I love the streets, bro, of New York City. Shout out to the whole New York City, bro. You're in the building. I love you. Facts. We're about to tune in to this guy right here, this officer, because he seems to be doing a bid. And I don't know, some people were saying like, yo, he's crying now. I don't think that he's crying, bro. I don't think it necessarily means that he's crying. But let's check it out. Thank you for hitting the like button. I'm 1,000,000% grateful. If it's your first time here, consider to tell a friend to come back again. Boom, boom. Subscribe, hit like. You already know how we do. We in the building. Comment. I shout you out. I talk back to all good people. If you need a PC, a computer, just let me know. I got a lot of computer parts, a lot of computer screens. I could hook you up. I promise. I built my own computers. I got 2 computers I'm working on right now because I was already paid for it. So I gotta finish working on those tomorrow. But other than that, let's get to this case here. Let's see what's going on with this guy here, bro. Because this is a sad, sad situation. Yo, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, we in the building on the lockout. Tung, 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 tung. Facts. So let's check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Bye. Yo, hello, how you doing? How you doing, Missy Elliott? Prison. Prison. Let's check this guy out. Let's see what's up. I don't know, bro. I really don't know. Oh, snap. We could go over here. But stop laughing. You laughing at me. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Ah. All right. Oh, snap. Here we go. This is
FBI, open up!
Let me get that down from over there. Bing. Bing. So we can hear what they have to say. Oof. Thank you for tuning in to On the Lockout. New World Order. Oh, snap. I know what I forgot. Done. Stupid video. It slows the other video that you trying to go live with or whatever. If you don't shut off. Anyway. That's for me to know. Hold on. I'll be right with you. Even though it got another buzz, I'll just stay. So this one is probably gonna be slow because let me see something, bro. Nah, it's pretty cool. Fuck it. I'll leave that on. I was gonna shut off the other live because if you shut off the previous live, this live will pop. But F it. I need that other live to be up there because I'm talking about a lot of clowns. A lot of mokos, ugly dudes. Ew. It's funny. It's funny. It's really funny. Oh my God. Let's get to it. On the Lockout, New World Order.
Year-old is the first to plead guilty to the beating that led to the later death of Robert Brooks. News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan asked Walworth if he's sorry for what happened.
Robert Brooks. That's what they beat up Robert Brooks, bro. I don't know why they be having their audio all twisted, but somebody needs to get a good audio dude to work over there or somebody that understands, not YouTube, because audio has nothing to do with YouTube. But damn, bro, once your audio sucks, let me tell you what YouTube does. It slows that whole video down. But anyway, let's get to it. It's the news, right?
Mr. Wall, have any comment?
No comment.
Mr. Walworth, anything to say?
Nope.
Any apology?
He said no.
No, outside the...
He said no, she just said? Oh my God, no she didn't. Hold on.
Any apology?
He said no.
Oh, he said no. Any apology? He said no. Not for nothing, bro. I'm going to keep it real. I couldn't have that job because right there, honestly, I would have, with the microphone, I would have slapped Thundercats out of her. Ah! Now say yes. He said no. Like, he said no apology. But not for nothing, homeboy copped out kind of quick, right, dudes?
No, outside the courtroom, but yes, inside to guilty.
You, along with your co-defendants, participated in multiple beatings of incarcerated individual Robert Brooks, which ultimately resulted in that individual's death. Do you admit that all to be true?
Yes. Not all.
What are you talking about? I really rode with son. Who you rode with? What you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. What are you talking about? R.I.P. to who? You talking to somebody else or something? Because I don't know what you're talking about. In the comment section.
He said no.
No, outside the courtroom, but yes, inside to guilty.
You, along with your co-defendants, participated in multiple beatings.
You're going to have to break that down. You rode with who? Who you rode with? But if I don't know that you talking about Meg, how you just going to comment and put, I really rode with son, R.I.P. King? And if you would have not said Meg, I would have not known what you're talking about. So respectfully, y'all got to make your comments more understandable, bro. Because that's why I be coming off the way I do. You get it? Because if I would have said, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Respectfully, I'm saying it. Like, nobody's even talking about your son or rest in peace to who. You get it? I understand now you said Meg. I never mentioned Meg, not one time. But I get it. All right, rest in peace to Meg. Meg is my bro, like in real life. I grew up with Meg. Well, Meg grew up with me, respectfully. Yeah, his sister, mama, all of them. That's where I live at. That's my neighborhood. Facts. The set, Sunset. Born and raised in Sunset, boy. Facts. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, Sunset Park. Facts. Yeah, shout out to you. You live in Sunset, Polo?
To the later death of Robert Brooks. News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan asked Walworth if he's sorry for what happened.
Do you all have any comment?
No comment.
Mr. Walworth, anything to say? Nope. Any apology?
He said no.
No, outside.
I would have slapped that bitch right there. Facts. Pop. He said, what? You crazy? Acting like you gangster. I would have slapped Thundercats. I can't have jobs like that, bro, with people disrespectful. Look at how homegirl looking at her. The Morena right here, she's staring her down. She's like, bitch. Facts. But I'm blocking her. Nah, up north now. Oh, okay.
Inside the courtroom, but yes, inside to guilty.
You, along with your co-defendants, participated in multiple beatings of incarcerated individual Robert Brooks, which ultimately resulted in that individual's death. Do you admit that all to be true?
Yes.
Not all, but some of Christopher Walworth's crime was caught on camera. His admission is only to manslaughter, not murder as charged.
Oh, he pounded on him, bro. He hit him. He pounded on him while he was already out, bro. Yo, they all should have got way more than 15 years. If that was me or you, well, I got a lot of previous felonies. That's his first offense. But them officers, hopefully they'll put him in the right jail where he could be able to get pounded out, because it's going to be hard. I think a lot of dudes will let them live, bro. Dudes won't even do nothing, bro. Facts. Because they'll put them in a soft jail where, like, if you was a cop, you go there. If you was a rat, you go there. You get it? They go to a rat jail. They don't put them in a regular jail, bro. Facts. I promise. I know that for a fact. Because he'll get killed the first day, the first hour, the first 5 minutes. Facts. But this was a sad, tragic situation, bro. And this is only in 2004. And this nigga's already copping out. And this was on 12/9/2004. So it was December 9th, 2024. Facts. That's not even a year, bro. A year and some change. And he got 15. By the time he turns himself over to do them 15 years, right? I'm going to keep it real with the white status and all that. 15 years already had passed. And when you come and look at it, if you don't follow up on that man real good, right? And follow up on the case and make sure that they put him in jail, they'll put him in a program. He'll find all different types of ways. Like, all right, you copped out in court. The judge gets that. The DA gets that. They get that on their record. That's why they get people like you, him, or me to cop out to a criminal case constantly, right? To the same crime, bro. They just keep giving you more time, less time, whatever. But they'd rather have you keep copping out. Cop out, go ahead, cop out. Yeah, we run it concurrent. It'll look like they doing you a favor. But you bigging up their whole status. And that's how that goes. So they got a murder. Now, by the time he goes do time for that murder, he's probably dying. Facts. But I definitely can't wait to go see him do time for that murder. Facts. 15 years ain't gonna bring that poor man back, bro. They just laid him out there and beat him to death. This was sad, bro. This was sad when you see a black brother, a Hispanic brother, especially for a dude like me. I've been in prison my whole life. Whoever knows, knows, bro. I never stunt or nothing. I don't even know nobody that ever been arrested as much as I have. Facts. Or been convicted as much as I have. Facts. And that stood out to me because ever since that lawyer told me that, I'm like, yo, I didn't even know that. You heard? I have over 26 arrests with 19 or more convictions, bro. That's a career criminal, homie. Facts. But I knew that I had a lot because I was going back and forth to court. I was getting locked up. You get it? And shit like that. But that's what happens when you're running around in the street. I got they not all felony, like 19 felonies. Like I got some petty crime, some probably bullshit shit, but I got felonies. A lot, bro. A lot of felonies, bro. Facts. That's why when I go to court and I catch a bid, I cop out right there. Pop, what you offer me? If they give me something good. Because if not, I stay on the island. I adjourn my sentence time. I always say trial. Unless it's like a petty case. But if it's something heavy, I stay on the island for 2 or 3 years. Facts. Ask anybody. I'm a Rikers Island dude, bro. One time, I did mostly my whole bid on the island. When I went up north, I only spent up north like 8 months or some shit, if that. And somebody was telling me, yo, you could have came up and went right back down and like got released. I said, what about if that ain't happened? Well, too bad. I was still bugging out on the island because honestly, I liked Rikers Island. Facts. Ask anybody that know me know, bro. The island, I've ran through the island, bro. I've ran the whole Rikers Island, boy. Facts. You can ask anybody in every house I went to. I've ran the whole house, the phones, everything, nigga. You got to go to Warpath. I promise you, boy. I always had the phones. Every house I went to, that Spanish phone, that's mine, nigga. Facts. Comega was locked up with me. The rapper Comega, that he's being interviewed by these people now. Facts. He hit me not too long ago. I told y'all on my Instagram, boo. Facts. But I was thinking today, too. I was like, yo, I forgot. I got to ask Comega, like, yo, come on my channel. Because he'll definitely come. He knows me way before he knows any of these fake news reporters or whatever that he goes on their shows. And on my show, it'll be lit because he could talk about Rikers Island for real. Cole Mega was my man, right? But he used to run the phone, my phone. That was my phone. He ran it, like put people on the phone, like, yo, you need to get on the phone. Papi, psst. Yo, you want to get on the phone? Oh, yeah, papi. Right? Cole Mega, I had him going around. I had him going around with a fucking notebook and a piece of paper, and he would write people's name. Yo, you want to use the phone? He's a cool dude. He's not like a super thug, but you're not going to push up on Cole Mega. I'm telling you. He's going to drop you. He don't look for problems or nothing, but he handles it, right? And while he was there, I pounded out mad dudes. I'm a troublemaker, bro. I'm the same. I'm the same way. I'm in the street. I'm in prison, bro. Facts. But in prison, I turn it up. Facts. All the way up. From Rikers Island. Facts. That'll never change. Facts. As soon as if I go into a house, my whole intention in my head is I need to go in there and I'm taking that mic. Facts. If there's not a Spanish phone, there's one today, homie. Facts. I promise you. And everybody knows my family is half Spanish, half black. But when it comes to things like that, I'm Spanish. I'll be like, nah, boy, I'm Spanish, boy. Facts. Because it's a separation in jail, right? But I be on some shit like I'm Spanish, but I'm never with the Spanish dudes. I'm always with the black brothers. Facts. That's how you heard all these dirty YouTubers gossiping about me. You get it? But that's because they never held no weight in no jail, no prison, no nothing. Facts. Nothing. Facts. You know why my man said the other day? And it's true, yo, war. But you got a few people. There's people in my chat watching right now that was locked up with me. But you know why? When I post a video, a lot of people see the videos that was locked up with me, but they don't say nothing. You know why? What is he going to say? When he tells me who he is, I'm going to be like, oh, that nigga's son was pussy. He probably think I'm going to bring up his whole story. Listen, guys, I'm not here to bring up your story, nigga. Facts. Like, you get it? But a lot of buns dudes watch our channels, bro. You know who you are. Facts. I won't blow you up, nigga. You can say, what up, war? All right, cool. You know me. I know you. Right? I know you're not going to say nothing foul about me. Nobody in America, listen to me, nobody ever could say anything foul about me. Nothing. There's no secrets about me. There's no nothing, nigga. Nothing. Because even if, let's say, somebody says something that I forgot to mention, which I doubt it, right? Bro, who gives a fuck? You're gonna say it and I'm gonna say, oh yeah, he's right. Now I saw your face. I saw who you are. I'm gonna beat the shit out you. Facts. Right? And you the one that stays with the problem, nigga, not me. Everybody knows I'm a loose cannon, bro. Facts. Everybody. I promise you. Yeah, that part, nigga. Facts. Yo, what up, boy? What's poppin'?
Charged. The special prosecutor says his punches
Oh, he hit him again, bro. What a bastard.
weren't the deadly ones.
What would you say to people that see this on video and say there's nothing acceptable less than a murder conviction?
I would say that I respect their opinion, but the opinion that most counts to me is that of Robert Brooks Jr., and he thinks that we're doing him right, and that's what I can.
Nah, Robert Brooks Jr. counts to this guy because he got millions of dollars from them. So I respect, the way he's talking, but that's the only reason why you shouting out Robert Brooks Jr., bro. But shout out to Robert Brooks Jr., bro. This is a sad situation, bro. Facts. This was a bad one. This was a loss. This was a bad loss, bro. I think so. You don't think so? If you think so, holler in the comments, say, ooh, ooh, right? Because when the police get away with killing somebody, like, he didn't get away with killing him because he got sentenced, right? But you're not sentenced to do the time right now. If that was me or you, bro, and they give us 15 years, if we cop out to 15 years, the minute you cop out, a step to the left, you're going to walk to the back to put on the green outfit or whatever color, whatever it is, homie. You walking back there, you're going to jail, period. Where these niggas at? They ain't go to jail. He stepped and he went outside the door. Nah, bro, you ain't going home. We don't get to turn around and go home. Facts. Fuck that, bro.
Care about me.
The victim's son watching the court proceedings.
Yo, look at his son, bro. That's a sad thing, bro. God bless your father, bro. I mean, he's dead now, but it's sad, bro. Super sad. This right here killed my heart, bro. Because I look at it like I'm an inmate, bro. Till date. You get it? I'm with inmates, bro. I'm for inmates' rights, bro. I'm against, you get it? I'm against all cruelty to inmates, bro. Facts. Facts. I'm with the robbers. I'm with the thieves. I'm with the crooks. Facts. I'm with the streets. Facts. Warpath. I've been the streets. So I'm going to look out for my street niggas. Facts. That's a bad thing that happened to these people, bro. And that shit happened in Marcy or in Mid-State. Nah, it wasn't in Mid-State, bro. What's the jail, bro? It's with a M. Marcy. Yeah, I think it was in Marcy. Yeah, Marcy. That happened in Marcy. Facts. In Marcy, bro. Word, bro. Marcy, bro. Word, B. This shit is sad, boy.
He approved. Part of the prosecution's strategy, Walrath's admission basically implicates the entire group of defendants.
Did you and your fellow corrections officers, Nicholas Kiefer, Nicholas Anzalone, and Robert Kessler, assault Robert Brooks outside of the arsenal on December the 9th, 2024?
Yes.
Right there, that's a rat. He just told on all of them, even though it's on video, but him saying, yeah, he's cooperating with the officers. Facts. If I was to do that, if I was to be in a court like that and I say, yeah, right now, all of you guys would have labeled me a rat, all types of shit. You get it? Facts. So not that people try to say a million things. I told you already. We spoke about that. I put that in the videos all the way in the bottom. Facts. If you want to check them out, check them out. But that's exactly what happens. You get it? You break a dude's face or you do something to him, all of a sudden, yo, he's a rat. Like, nigga, I broke your face. You think it's just crazy. But it's just bugged out, bro. Me, I don't care about nobody. Even when I go outside, yo, bro, let me tell you, you can ask anybody, bro. When I go outside, I run the street. Wherever I'm walking to, nigga, I don't give a fuck. And when I see dudes that think they hip like us or whatever, boy, either I stop, like, yo, what up? Or I walk through, I'm looking, what's up, boy? You get it? Shit look like it's about to pop immediately, boy. Even my peoples, when I walk with somebody, they be like, yo, whoa, what up? I'm like, nothing, bro. What's up? They're like, nah, because you stay looking at him. I'm like, yeah, 'cause I want to know what the fuck he looking at, bro. You get it? Like, nigga, you crazy? I'm a pop-off artist. You can ask anybody, bro. I promise you. I break niggas up in these streets. Facts. In the jail system, anywhere, bro. I be easy on YouTube. I don't even like talking like this. Facts. But from time to time, those that know what's popping with Warpath, with King Warpath. Facts. And dudes that know me know if you play with the kingism shit, if you play with Warpath or whatever, I'm not going to forgive you. Facts. Up to, you're dead. Facts. Anybody that knows me knows that. Period.
During that assault, did you put Robert Brooks in a chokehold against departmental policy
You see? I told you until he's dead, put him in a chokehold. Whoop, that's bad.
and procedure? Yes. On December the 9th, while in the emergency room of the Marcy Correctional Facility, did you and other corrections officers assault Robert Brooks?
Yes.
Walrath is a free man until early August when he's sentenced to those 15 years. He'll spend more time in prison as an inmate than the 10 years he spent as an officer in Utica.
Good for him. Yeah, real niggas do that. Yeah, you already know, bro. That's how we move, boy. He'll spend more years. That's good for him. Hopefully, they'll let every officer in the world do at least 15 years. Facts. Lock up all officers. Facts. So let's see what happened with this case. This guy got 15 years and he's not gonna go serve his time? You kidding me? Oh, this is bad audio, bro. They're only playing through one.
Good evening.
Through one headphone. I'm not with that one headphone shit. But let's check them out here.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp.
So do it, bro. Do it without ClickUp. You're gonna catch a hiccup, dick up.
Here's how I keep track of all my tasks.
Nobody cares.
I start by
bro.
brain dumping everything I need to.
10 officers charged in that deadly beating of Robert Brooks at Marcy Correctional Facility has pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter. Christopher Walrath is his name. He admitted to choking and repeatedly striking Brooks back in December. It comes after the judge granted the officers some more time to consider their plea deals in light of new evidence, including new body camera footage. Walrath faces up to 15 years in prison when he is...
He just copped to 15 years. What you mean he faces 15 years? He needs to get the ratting. What's the other officer's name? There was like 4 officers beating on that poor black brother, bro. Now that's bad, bro. That's real bad, bro. That's bad. And not for nothing, bro. Inmates get beat like that on a daily basis. But the inmate was, I think, trying to fight them or something, but he had no wins, bro. There's 4 big, white, overgrown. Look at this big, overgrown white kid. And then this kid right here, what happens is these white officers, they pussy. They straight buns, bro. So when a black brother or Spanish brother gets tough with him, he calls his other officers and he want to snuff you because this is the one time that he's able to hit a black brother or a Puerto Rican brother the way he really wanted to. You get it? He don't be snuffing no black dudes or Spanish dudes in the street. He's scared to death. But you know how many other inmates they beat halfway to death, this same officer, with those other officers that are indicted in this case? Those inmates need to be released. Facts. I hate that AC, bro, because now you're going to hear the noise. But it gets too hot in here, B. Facts. Yeah, bro. Look, he's shook right now. Look at his face, bro. He's scared to death. He's scared to go do that bid, bro. Right? Look at his face. Look at the guy with the book. Yo, hold up. I'm going to put it so the way you're supposed to see it. Look at this picture, bro. Look at this dude. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this guy right here with the pen and the pad. He's looking at him like, damn, bro, you about to do 15? You're probably supposed to be doing 100, nigga. All these white dudes have committed crimes that they never got locked up for. They playing with their nephew's buns, all types of shit, bro. I promise you. And that's a bad thing, bro. Let me see if we find more pages of this thing over here before I go over to anything else I was doing. Change my screen back to the way I had it for YouTube purposes. And Warpath on the lockout. Mendoza. Let me see what's up. This guy's got to get sent. What? No other officers got sentenced, bro. That's bad, boy. We need more sentencings on this case. I need to see the other officers. New developing an inmate Robert Brooks murder case. Come on, 1 minute and 40 seconds? Come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Happening this morning, we're expecting to learn about some new developments in the death of Robert Brooks today.
Yeah, CBS 6's Laura Jement joining us live from Oneida County Court ahead of the announcement today. Laura, can you bring us up to speed? Where does the case stand right now?
Good morning, Julie and Olivia. This comes just days after all 10 of the former correction officers involved in the beating death of Brooks back in December were given extra time to consider a plea deal.
Back in December, this was a year ago, bro. A plea deal. 15 years is normally what everybody gets when you body somebody. Is their first offense. I mean, being charged with. They committed numerous offenses. Facts.
This is due to new evidence found in the discovery process, including new body camera footage. They are all scheduled to appear in court later this month with their decisions. 6 out of the 10 former COs are facing a murder charge, while 3 of them are facing a charge of manslaughter. One of the former COs is facing a
You're the only one that knows English.
felony charge of tampering with physical evidence. If they do not accept a plea deal, they'll begin the pre-trial in June. The father of Robert Brooks has been pushing for reform to the prison system, advocating for change.
Oh, shit. They kicked him, bro. I didn't know that. They was, oh, man. Damn, they was trying to kill him, boy. Well, they did. That's a big dude kicking him like that. Who's that dude? That dude should be getting 15, 30 years. That's him? That's you that just got sentenced, my dude? I would murder you, bro. Is that him?
To the prison system, advocating for change.
Damn, all white officers and a captain right in there just looking at all that. Like, that's what they do, bro. That's exactly what they do. You heard? They handcuff you and beat you up all the time. You heard? I spit in their face, all that, boy. Facts. I'm more like me personally, to be realistic with you, I've had fights with officers, but I don't go around predicting or looking for fights with officers. You get it? As sad as it may be, my fights has always been with the inmates. I tear them up, boy. Facts. I tear them up. On my mother, boy. Facts. Ask anybody, boy. I could stunt like that, boy. Facts. I turned Rikers Island on fire, boy. Every year I was there. Facts. Every time. Facts. I never been in a house and not take the phone. As soon as I go in a house, pop, there's a fight for the phone right then and there. Ask anybody that's really, really bitter with me. They gonna tell you exactly, boy. Facts. You think these niggas had the phone that be talking and all this shit, making little podcasts and all? Not even the fucking celebrities, the rappers, or they didn't even have the phone, bro. As a matter of fact, you could tell. Look at the rappers I be mentioning. I put them on the phone. I put them on my phone. Facts. I promise you, I never been with a rapper who he had the phone in that house. And if he did, and I went in that house, I'm taking that. Facts. Yeah, a lot of times I don't just get into those conversations, but a lot of these dudes that make or were making Rikers Island shit, a lot of them blood kids that were making Rikers Island story, I was locked up with them. Facts. But I don't talk about them. They don't talk about me. You get it? I don't mention dudes unless a dude mention me, even if it's a props way. You get it? Unless a dude be like, yo, I fuck with Warpath. I was locked up with him. And then I'll be like, yo, son is all right. Then I'll talk about him. You get it? But if you're not talking about me, I'm not talking about you, my nigga. You're not that important, nigga. Facts. I look at every other man respectfully, right? To the people that watch me, I got love for you. But this is the way I grew up. I'm from New York City, the streets of New York City. I lived in every borough, boy. I'm originally from Brooklyn, born and raised. I lived in Brooklyn. I lived in Queens. I lived in Manhattan, Harlem. I lived in the Bronx. I lived in all them boroughs I've had apartments in, bro. A few, numerous apartments. Facts. I sold mad drugs through every poppin' lit block you could think of, bro. So you think I'm gonna let niggas disrespect me, nigga? Bugging, nigga. I'm the street nigga. I promise you. I love the streets. Ask my mother, nigga. You bugging? Like some of these little niggas on the tube that be making videos and all that. Like my nigga, everybody that knows me knows. Like, whoa, I'm surprised you haven't got that kid hurt yet. I'm like, my nigga, you know me. You know me. If whoever you talking about, if they haven't got hurt yet, you gotta know there's something bigger coming to him, right? You get it? Like, nigga, you bugging. You would never see nobody stun on me on the internet or none of that. Unless it's derelict niggas that don't live in New York City, boy. I live in New York. Facts. You ain't never seen nobody that live in New York stun on me. Facts. Even when you thought they was on the internet, that was all set up. That one time that it happened, that's what these clowns were so happy making jokes or whatever. We're laughing at them niggas. Me and Son set that up. Facts. I promise you. Nigga, these niggas is on my dick. They stay watching me. They fans, nigga. When a nigga make a video about you, he's a fan, nigga. Facts. You get it? That's like your boy, the One-Eyed Bandit, the other nigga. Them niggas is fans. You could tell. You get it? Yo, bro, I'm going to post the audio probably tomorrow. Let me see if he played with me. If he posts me, I'm going to play the audio. Boy, I got audio with that nigga saying, yo, bro, all I want you to do is to let me interview you, bro. Please, bro. Yo, the nigga was saying, please, bro, I promise you, nigga. The niggas is crazy, nigga. The niggas is on my dick, nigga. Yo, that's why they ain't making nowhere, bro. Yo, them niggas is losers, bro. Oh, my God.
The process that we're going through is tied to the system that we're currently working from. And like the other parts of the system, it needs to be looked at, it needs to be examined, and it needs to be changed.
Niggas need to stop playing with them people, bro, and let them know not to, you know, people act like these things just started happening. No, bro, they do that to blacks and Puerto Ricans since I've been going to jail, bro, and I've been going to jail since the 80s, bro. I promise you. This is the longest I've been in the street, and still in all, I went to Rikers Island 3 times recently, right? I keep saying recently because I don't count the time, but probably a year passed already or more, I don't know. But my last lockup shit was them 3 times I went to the island, bro, back to back. Ping, 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 ping. Facts. Facts, bro. I'll never lie to you. And I'm still on parole. I got life parole, bro. You see me with the cup going to pee at parole. I show it all the time. I'm going to post it tomorrow. If somebody remind me, I'll post the cup with my dick out. Pop, peeing in the cup so you guys can stay with it. Get a nice glass scene cup of noodles.
Robert Brooks was 43 years old. He was several years into a 12-year prison sentence for assault. He was convicted of stabbing his girlfriend in Greece just outside of Rochester.
All right, now here's the thing. I'm not with a nigga stabbing a girl, his girlfriend, outside of Rochester, Dorchester, Manchester, wherever the fuck he lived at. That's a gato move. You're an insecto. That's why them police killed him. But I'm not talking bad about homeboy. It's still a sad thing, right? But I didn't know that he was locked up for stabbing her, right? I thought he had a fight with his girl or whatever. But here's the thing. We don't know what happened even in that case. You could be mad and be like, yo, those police, they beat on him because they knew he had a girl case. That's what the cops do. They work like with our rules and regulations. Facts. They want to act like civilians and all that, but they carry that shit, bro. They'll get an inmate that just finished beating up a girl or something. They'll put him in your cell and they'll tell you, yo, he just beat up a girl or whatever it may be, right? Or if he's a child molester, they'll be like, yo, I know COs that'll tell you, bro, and throw the nigga in there. Like, pop, wash him up. That used to happen a lot when I was going to prison, when I first started getting locked up. I'm going to be real with you. As the years went by, the COs got more pussy and pussy and pussy. Facts. I had to send family Latin King members to become COs. My nephews, my cousins, I got a lot of people. I send them niggas to become a correction officer. Facts. You can ask my nephew since he was young. I told him, you're going to be a CO, bro. Be a CO. And I kept pushing him on that. They all COs right now. Niggas from my hood that was gangster, Chip, right? Ask anybody in my hood about Chip. Chip is like a dead Bailey right now. He runs Rikers Island, bro. Facts. Now, mind you, Chip, I'm going to tell you, Chip is a gangster, right? Chip got bodies under his belt. He's beat niggas up. And he's gotten away with all that shit. And he's the head nigga at Rikers Island. And he comes from my neighborhood, bro. He's a street gangster in my hood. Facts. Knocked plenty of niggas out that I even know. Nigga, I promise you, little Chip. Big Chip is the dude that comes on my channel that came years ago. Shout out to you, Big Chip. If you watching, if you ever see this, I know you don't like to talk, but you need to call me or something. Chip, M-O-D. I love you, boy. Hopefully you still alive, my brother. Masters of Disaster. So little Chip, in a gang, right? They all became Latin Kings as the years went by, right? But it was always M-O-D. We Masters of Disaster. Facts. Sunset Park, Brooklyn. But the nigga became a correction officer. I promise you. And I'm like, how the fuck, bro? How the fuck did this nigga become a... And he's the captain. Now he's lieutenant, chief in arms, fire enforcer, all types of shit. I know a million niggas like that, bro. That's a fact, boy. I promise you. I'll never lie, boy. I don't have no need to, bro. But even if I did, I wouldn't give a fuck. But there's no need to. Facts. I'll show you
On the day of the beating, he had just been transferred to Marcy Correctional from another prison facility. The announcement will come from William Fitzpatrick, who is a special prosecutor in the...
Oh, my God, bro. This is a sad story, bro.
So daunting. It's huge.
P. Diddy goes to court, and this lady went, and she was shocked, right? But here, let me shock you more. Do you know this lady right here has over 5-point-something million subscribers? She just put this video up, and that video is probably at 1 million views, right? If you listen to her, bro, she's talking about Diddy when no one was. These are people that'll probably in one of her older videos, somewhere along the line, she was probably stating like, you know, because I'm not into hip hop, I'm focused on Della Prince, whatever the fuck, right? Now with P. Diddy arrested, everybody's hip hop. Everybody is, oh, let's see P. Diddy, right? But she got the upper hand. She played bingo. She won. I don't know how she did it, but people think that she's famous. I promise you, she has in her account, in this account, she has a few of them. 5 million. Look, I don't play. I'll show you. And I think it's a waste. I think respectfully to her for putting in the hard work, but her content's, I mean, she's whack. I can't even watch her that long. But look, boy, I'll never lie to you, homie. Let me get the thing down. Hold up. On the lockout. Look. Bing. You can see it. 5 million, bro. I never lie. Look at it right here. See that arrow? 5.01. 5 million. And it's not like she got 5 million and then she's not getting no views. Right? Like she's, you know, Mav Hoffa or somebody. Nah, bro. She's been doing this for years. Look at her views. Already almost at 1 million. She just put it up 8 hours ago. And look at her likes. 56,000 likes. Look at her comments. Wowin', boy. 3,300 comments. These are the people I follow. Facts. Because I'm into making content, bro. But she doesn't make content. She does, but she used to do different type of videos. But, bro, this shit is corny, bro. I can't, but these people that watch her must be girls and they must be like her. Like they just drink water with salt. I don't know, bro, but this is bad. But let's see what she has to say.
It feels like it could fit 100 people, 200 people. I have no spatial awareness. It feels like a cathedral church without the peaked ceilings. The ceilings are tall, they're made out of wood, and everything about it feels like you cannot talk above a whisper. So right when
you know what she's talking about, right?
walk in through the double doors. You've already walked through this like carpeted hallway where you can hang your coat. Double doors open up. There's 2 retired law enforcement officers.
Look, in case you don't know, this boom arm, you see it says Shore. This boom arm, what's holding the mic alone is like about $400 and something. Just this. You see what's holding the mic? Her microphone is about $1,000 something, probably more dollars. So this whole piece of her mic is probably, she spent about, I'm gonna give her when, like if she buys it now, I get it for $1,000, but she probably paid more. That's a Shure mic? If that's the Shure, then she paid $2,000 and change just for that, without the plug. Take the plug out, and then you need to buy everything else. Get the fuck out of here, bro. And it doesn't even sound all that. Like I'm gonna fix this mic tomorrow, and you're gonna see the sound, how different it sounds. You know me, I don't play with the mic. I could turn this up, but you're gonna hear the AC is on. But my mic goes loud, bro. And you don't hear no sound coming out my mic when I stop talking. And that's what people look for, bro. That's a podcaster. Dudes stay quiet in their mic and you hear I'm out of there, bro. I'm not staying listening to that shit. The audio is the most important thing ever, boy. You know how low I'm talking right now? I'm talking mad low, and I only fuck with mics like this, that you gotta talk directly into the mic. When you go to the side or the back of it, the noise stops. Look. And I'm talking loud, but I'm behind the mic on the side, and you can't hear me. I screamed and all that. You can't hear it. No noise from behind this mic. Facts. Only direct noise. Ping. My voice. Warpath on the lockout. Check it out, boy. So when I go, turn it up, nigga.
Officers next to you, they're wearing bulletproof vests.
They're retired?
Yes, and now this is their job. So all of them are retired law enforcement. And the first thing you notice are church pews. Just rows and rows of church pews. You got the left side and the right side. And then above that, and I'm just trying to paint the picture.
Thank you, guys.
There are 10 massive chandeliers.
Yo,
Huge
hold up, lady.
Makes it sound very
lady.
fancy, and there's crystal.
Yo, honestly, thanks to you guys that hit the like button. I'm 1,000,000% grateful for anyone who subscribes, who shares these videos, who comes into my content, and every day that you watch my content is another day that makes me feel that much loved and all that by you guys. I'm seriously, bro. I know I be playing around a lot. I talk a lot of shit, but I can hold it down, boy. Whoever knows me, bro. That's all I got to say. If you don't know me and you trying to see me, you can find me on 167 Facts. I'm outside every day, all day, bro. When I'm inside, you see me. I'm inside because I turn on my computer. I promise you. Facts. Boom. You already know, boy. I'm Warpath on the lockout. King of Kings. Facts. Boom.
Hanging off of it. They look like the ceiling boot lights everybody hates, but they're huge. I don't even think I could hold it with my arms all the way stretched out. And there's 10 of them. So to give you scale of this room, it's grand. Interestingly enough, magnifying these ceiling boot lights tenfold actually does make them look prettier. So there's 10 of them lined up in rows of 2 right above the church pew. So 5 on the right side. I'm
not gonna lie, bro. Listening to this chick will drive me fucking crazy, bro. Listen to this. Let's listen for 2 minutes or a minute and a half or so. Cause that time I just played, I don't know how many minutes it was, bro. But that shit felt long, bro. Cause you know what I mean? My show is not about them. My show is about me, boy. You get it? But you know how the flow goes. But the videos this week is gonna be outstanding. You gotta hit like, you gotta share them, and you gotta show love and support. Don't just come to the live stream, boy. You heard? Yo, I love y'all, bro. If you still watching, I love you, man. Come here, give me a kiss, Bobby. Give Bobby a kiss. Mwah. I love you, boy. Facts. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I wanna say hi. 'Cause I love you. Never thought I'd see you crying for me. Never thought you would feel like you wanna be like me. And I love you. Why do you treat me so bad? Get off my dick. Yo, what up, boy? We in the building. You already know it's on the lockout. New World Order. Warpath, Rocky Balboa, Boa. What up, boy? We popping out. What's good? Yo, I love you, boy. It's New York City. Brooklyn. ALKQ to the N and that black and yellow everything, baby. Gang. What up, boy? We popping out. What's good? Yo, I love you, boy. It's New York City. Brooklyn. ALKQ to the N and that black and yellow everything, baby. Gang. Let's check it out. Look at her.
5 on the left side. And then you have this like wooden little barricade, like a little wooden fence. I mean, you could easily jump over it. There's a little door. But beyond that, there's more rows and rows of seating, but they have computers and they have better chairs with cushions. And at the very front of the room, you have this podium and this rope painting. It's a massive artwork that takes up the whole wall, and it's made out of rope that's been tied together, and it's different colors, and it's probably 2 of me standing tall. The church pews are just rock solid wood. You know it's good wood, but every time you inch your butt, you feel like the whole pew is vibrating. You can feel other people moving, and by hour 4, everybody's inching their butts because it's so sore from the solid wood pew. And it's awkward because almost everyone just sits on one side. Now this is gonna...
Now, bro, you think literally, you guys listen to her. Do you believe that her talking that much is worth almost 1 million viewers already and 56,000 likes, bro? And major 3,000 plus comments, bro? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Just with listening to a little bit of that, I'll be like, yo, change that shit, bro. I promise you, I'm not watching this boring ass chick, nigga. Look, she talks that same shit 1 hour and 50 something minutes, bro. She doesn't show nothing else. It's just her right there in the front talking, bro. She'll show like that, bro. 2 seconds. Look, she's still sitting there talking, bro. This is what her show is about. And she has 5-point-something million subs, bro.
More cynically, I guess you could say maybe this is all a thing. Make Diddy seem like a clueless, oh, I don't know what's going on. Can you help me? I'm kind of lost, and all these powerful attorneys know so much. Diminish some of his power. I don't know. In another part, this was, I saw this. Brian Steele is putting on his blazer. So sometimes he would just be in his dress shirt, and then he's putting on his blazer. And there's a little fuss about it. And Diddy is just all hands on board, helping him put his blazer on with both hands. So he's got his hand on the back of the...
Like, honestly, you know what? I could tell you for a fact, in real life, when she takes off the screen protector and that makeup that all these bitches wear, facts. She has mad pimples. She's the ugliest fucking... I promise you, bro. Facts. Her face is twisted because I can see it from the bottom right here. I can see she has black pop. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. She looks twisted under there, bro. Facts. But I get it because celebrities or so-called celebrities, right? You call people celebrities. I know them as regular people. Because I know a lot of famous people, and fame doesn't mean shit. Because I know dudes that are famous right now. They super famous, right? And the nigga's broke. Facts. Facts. I promise you that during the week, like this week is going to just start, right? If you give it from Monday through Saturday, already like 5 or 6. I'm going to say 5. I promise you that 5 celebrities already hit me to borrow some bread. Facts. Or get something from me that's not what they should be getting from anybody, right? Facts. They fucking dirtbags, bro. Like, homie, how the fuck you famous like that and you such a dirtbag with not even $1? And that's because you could be famous and be broke, my nigga. Facts. And you know how I know, right? Because it happened to me too. Facts. I was famous and I didn't have fucking... I mean, I had $1, but I didn't have money the way people thought I had money, right? Like, before this, all this online shit and making my content and all this and the movie and all that you guys know there's interplay and the clothing brand, before all my things that I have going on, right? And I have over 15 different streams of income on the internet. Whoever knows, knows. Facts. And each income that I get, it generates me thousands of dollars. Each one. Facts. But before that, bro, I was a loser, Poppy. I was gone. You get it? But I was getting street money. Now, the only thing is that I stopped really fucking around. Well, I can't. Anyway. Yeah, you could say that. I kind of sort of did stop. Yeah. I don't sell no more crack. You know. I gave it to him, but I don't sell it. You know, I don't sell crack. I don't sell crack. I don't sell heroin no more. I don't sell none of that, bro. You get it? But I know people that do. You get it? I don't know. So what? I got it for him, bro. Shut the fuck up. He's a crack seller.
The collar for Brian.
These guys talking shit.
And Steele, his left hand is on Brian Steele's like neck area, and then his right hand is reaching over around Brian Steele's neck in the front to.
Yo, what the fuck are you doing? You're high, girl. Stop, bro. You're on drugs, man. Chill out, bro. Look at that face, girl.
Fix the collar. Now
she's bugging. She spoke for 2 hours about that shit, about Diddy. She's tired. She's sleepy. She don't need water. She doesn't even drink water, bro. She hasn't had a sip of water, and she's been talking for over 2 hours, bro. Her breath has to stink, bro. Facts. Your breath stinks, bro. Her hair stinks. Those clothes, that fucking sofa back there, that shit stinks. And look at this burgundy sofa. There's a burgundy sofa right behind me, and it has like a darker arm over here, and I could tell that shit is dirty, bro. Like, people are such pigs, bro. In that supposedly clean area, I find the dirt, bro, because I'm a neat freak, bro. Ask anybody that know me, bro. Warpath don't play, boy. If we in the whip, pop, and my man see you do something that's dirty, he gonna be like, yo, chill, son. Son is looking, and he'll be like, I told you. Once I catch it and I flip out, he gonna be like, I told you. I flip on niggas, bro. You're a fucking dirtbag, nigga. I hate dirty niggas. Her sofa back there is filthy, bro. Look at this shit. It looks orange, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. That's disgusting, bro. That fucking dress that she has on, oh my God, it must stink. I promise you, she spent 2 hours, this macaroni and cheese bitch, talking about Diddy. But she's caking it like if her page went viral, you get it? Because her viewers are lit, and she pays YouTube. She pays YouTube for the scam, and she's staying on Diddy, bro. And this bitch never spoke about Diddy a day in her life. All of a sudden, Diddy gets locked up. Bitch is a Diddy lover. Look, 6 million views, bro. 5.2 million views, bro. 3.6 million views, bro. 1.9 million views 2 weeks ago. 6 months later, she's killing them, bro. Look at her videos, bro. I lie to you not, bro. 2 million views 10 days ago. 1.7 million views 13 days ago. 1.9 million views 2 weeks ago. 2.4 million views 3 weeks ago. Yo, 5 million views. 2.7 million views. 2.6 million views. I'm going through the videos. Look, 3.5 million views. 5 million views. 2.9 million views. 2 million views. All her videos are million views, bro. 1.9 million views. 2.9 million views. 10 million views. This shit is probably the trashiest video. Look at this shit.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Have you ever heard of the Russian sleep experiment? It's a fake fictional story. It's a creepypasta where 5 subjects, they're prisoners of war. They're given the...
Like, she makes videos, like, kind of sort of like, all right, I have videos put away the way I'm going to start my podcasting, and I've never posted them. And I talk kind of sort of like this and show things like this. Like, I'm playing the thing and over, but I'm talking. I can't really explain it, but it kind of... I can't say I sound like her because she sound like a girl, but it's kind of sort of the same video. If I'm correct, I don't know, bro. But you're gonna see those videos very soon. My whole ego is gonna change. But cause I have numerous of YouTube channels, right? Monetized with over 1,000 subscribers. Whoever needs a YouTube channel with hundreds of subscribers or 1,000 plus. Let me know. I'm giving the channels away. The only thing, I keep the name, right? And that's it. And you have to post at the least 3 times a week. If you're not a dude that really makes content, because I gave dudes channels all my life. I've been giving away channels. I sold channels and all that. But I'll give somebody a channel. The channel, you're monetized and everything, bro. All you have to do is change the monetization name, right? Or they could get monetized because it has over 1,000 subs. Now, when you get the channel, why the fuck would you not post? So I'm like, nah, son, give my shit back, boy. You crazy? You bugging. Why the fuck I was tight. I gave people channels monetized and all that. Facts. They changed the name to their name and they didn't keep on posting content. I promise you, bro. I promise you. I've done that a few times already. Why wouldn't you keep posting content if you got a channel that's lit already? That's crazy. So whoever needs a channel and you really want to make content, holla at me, bro. I have numerous of channels. I always keep giveaway channels. And right now I have four giveaway channels, bro. Facts.
Option. You can take part in our sleep study where you will be awake for 30 full days. You don't get an inkling of sleep for 30 days, a month. And if you survive, if you make it to the end, you can be free. We're not going to hold you.
You believe this bitch got 50 million views on this video. Why? Because she's dressed like a Chinese fucking movie or some shit. This shit looks like fucking Return of the Dragon. Look, she thinks she's acting for a movie, bro. She has on a fucking $2 fucking dress with a butterfly on the side of her fucking shoulder. She got this fucking mic, looks like a big cock right in her face. That shit is crazy, my dude. Respectfully, I'ma call it like what it is. Her house has to stink, my nigga. I promise you, cause she's a puerca, bro. Facts.
Hold you prisoner anymore. You can walk out of here and nobody is going to hurt you. It's a singular month in exchange for the rest of your life.
Look at her fucking face, bro. And look at those dots. Ping, ping. I told you she got holes in her face. Look. Ping, 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 ping. And look at her nodding, bro. Because she gets the good funk droga. It's called delicuesa. Yo, boy. That's how she be. Pop, tu se lo pone. And she be like, ah, sácamelo que me duele. Yo, look at her little nipples. Y'all niggas is crazy, nigga.
Why would you not take it? The experimenters, the researchers, they developed this special gas that's going to prevent the subjects from falling asleep. And the first 5 days, everything goes well. They hardly complain. They're like,
because she talks like a book. It's like she's reading the book, but she talks so fast, right?
this is the best thing ever. We're going to be free in 25 days. After the first 5 days, the subjects start exhibiting severe paranoia. They stop talking to each other. Their only companions in the entire study, they turn on each other. They start whispering into the microphones for the researchers. They believe if they turn on their fellow subjects, they can win the trust of the experimenters that are testing on them and guarantee their freedom. 9 days in, one of the subjects does not stop screaming for 3 hours straight. He is screaming until he tears his vocal cords. And long story short, by the halfway mark, all of the windows that the experimenters are looking into, they're covered in feces. They tell the subjects on the intercom,
shit.
We are opening the chamber to test the microphones.
Covered in feces? Nah, that's cocky. I'm not doing that. You do cocky, girl. You bugging. Nigga shot him? Oh, man, he dead.
Fact.
Get him, boy.
Each state requires business owners to appoint a dedicated registered agent.
Oh, somebody died here. Look, he's shooting. Oh.
I see. Shishido determined he had enough evidence to arrest Stephanie Stearns for interstate transportation of stolen
I love
property.
shit like this.
Then his attention turned to Stephanie's
I love shit like this. Look, this is where I would have slapped him.
boyfriend, Roy Allen, who had evaded the police at the marina and was still at large. Shishido checked, and there was no record of a Roy Allen, but he had the wallet with Roy Allen's picture.
You're going to jail today, my friend.
Bernard Leonard also told Shishido that Roy had taken marijuana plants.
He took a marijuana. Look at his marijuana, bro. He thinks he got a brick. This nigga think he got a brick. This nigga.
To Palmyra, and had intended to grow them to sell. Drugs and a photograph of Roy gave him a starting place.
But I suspected that people with,
Look, drug dealers, bro. They don't gotta look like you. Is a big Willie.
traveling on the Iola, which is not really a seaworthy boat, going around and planting
kidding.
marijuana on the islands and so on, must be involved in drug running. Hi, Cal. How are you?
Must be involved in drug running. Suck my dick. What I want you to do today, Mama el bicho. What can I do for you today? Oh, Mama el bicho.
Photograph to the Drug Enforcement Agency and showed it to several of the agents.
Yo,
they were surprised when they looked at the picture.
Let me get into it.
They told him that it was Buck Walker and that they had been looking
Buck
for
Walker,
him.
that's crazy. This nigga is crazy, bro. Benzino's the man. I like Benzino, bro. Benzino, nah. He 50 Cent will rap before Benzino. Facts. 50 Cent will rap before Benzino, bro. If you're talking about rats, you want to talk about Rikers Island? China Mac is on Rikers Island. Started the news. I started the brews. I started with the Ill Street News. Rikers Island stories. I started that, bro. I'm the first nigga to talk about prison, jail, all that on the internet, on YouTube. Facts. Everybody knows that. Monday, it starts again. The saga. Prison time on Rikers Island.
All medications, I wouldn't take any. I don't think people...
Because you're a MO bitch.
People should be drugged up or beat or deprived of food. Because that's what they used to do. I think that sometimes you just need a shoulder to lean on or someone to talk to or someone to cry to because you want to, it's like you're letting out a whole load. There was no one to talk to.
Well, you know, you didn't want to talk to the person you killed.
Treatment that I saw.
I was locked up with this dude. He used to take dudes, your culito. He take culito. Nah, just kidding. He's a blood. This is a blood. This nigga was blood. Nigga, you blood? He's the leader of the Bloods.
Health issues came from both sides of the wall.
I'm blood. I'm the top. I've been blood. I was blood before you even thought about spelling blood. Facts. I'm a blood nigga. I'm blood. Facts. Everybody know me, boy. I be in these streets, boy. They call me Boogaloo Blue.
Meaning
blood,
the
blood.
employees
Call
and
me
the
blood.
correction officers, as well as the inmates. They were abused and treated so disgustingly that my stomach would turn. You would see them in the
for that,
reception,
bro. Your stomach would turn. You a liar.
Holding cells, and they'd be in there playing, eating roaches. Or they'd be in there taking their...
Bro, that's a lie. I've never seen no inmate eat roaches, my nigga. This nigga's lying. And I've been to every jail. This nigga's exaggerating. He knows who's watching and he wants the video to be lit. Boy, you ain't got to do it like that. Y'all niggas are stupid. He ain't never seen nobody eat roaches, nigga. Now, do people eat roaches? Of course. I just ate 26 roaches. And I cut their feet. Ding, ding. Nah. But he's lying, bro. I can promise you he's lying. He ain't seen nobody. Unless he was in the MO house, he might have seen people eat roaches because there's big roaches on Rikers Island. Facts. There's big rats, too. yeah, you one of them rats, nigga. Stop stunting. You a rat.
Sandwich and wiping it on the floor before they eat it. You know, or they're sitting there playing around the toilet bowl. I watched this one guy
my dick.
Piss on a mental health dude laying in his bed. Like literally just walk up to him and just take out his dick and start pissing on him. When you see people like this, you would say to yourself, damn, leave that guy alone.
People who are...
Nigga, if you want to be pussy by yourself, nigga. Niggas could eat my dick. That's what he said, bro.
Incarcerated don't talk. They scream. Everybody screams at each other. There's no normal talking. And you get moved into this little closet-sized room, and you have to pass through this metal detector. Then they move you to this other room cell. It's very medieval. It's everything is painted that battleship gray. Everything. And then there's this stainless steel toilet in the room, if it works.
Yeah, you look like a bitch that worked there in the school floor. Not for nothing, you went to prison. I'm glad she went to jail, bro. These are the people you need them to feel Rikers Island, what it's like. Respect Rikers Island. She made Rikers Island happen for a lot of you guys. Facts. And now she's crying. I don't feel sorry for her at all. May the jails get full with people that look just like you, Annie. Yo, stop being so racist, man. You guys are crazy. There's a fun show. There's a Together We Act, Together We Do, Boogaloo, Sugarlaloo. Dale puta.
And all these women. And I was literally cowering in the corner. This one woman was laying on the floor and she had her hair piled up on top of her head. I guess she rolled over or whatever it was, and all of a sudden these things rolled on the floor, kind of like white, I want to say sugar cubes, little white rocks. And all the girls just jumped on it. It was like...
That was my dick.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my, what's going on? And they're all scrambling, but they're trying to be quiet because they didn't want the officers to know. It turned out the woman had hidden crack in her hair. And when she laid down...
They were fighting over my dick, nigga. The women were fighting over my dick.
To sleep. The crack had fallen out.
Yeah.
That was a
crack. Like you look like one of my teachers I had, bro. You're disgusting, bitch.
First time I ever saw crack.
And you loved it, right? I was locked up with this boy right here. I know this boy, and this boy, he'll spank you, but he looks humble, right? But I looked humble too, right? Because I can't say I looked humble because I was always brolic. Like, not that I'm not brolic. I'm big. I'm mad big. Facts. Just in case you get it fucked up. But I was bigger than this. I had my veins popping out everywhere, nigga. Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to get like that again. Hopefully in another 60 days, I'm like that. Let's see. I'm jerking off every day. But this nigga right here, believe it or not, he put in that work, boy. I put in that work. Whoever knows me from Rikers Island will tell you, boy. Ask somebody that was really somebody, boy. Facts. I've never been to a house and not take the phone. I'm making that a Spanish phone. There's always a Spanish phone wherever I go to. And I don't live there. Yo, there's a Spanish phone. Like, let them rock. Nah, nigga. The phone needs to be mine's. Oh, I can't stay here, boy. Facts. And when I walk in, I got my chain. Bing, bing, niggas see me. Woof, woof. Like, oh, boy got the brolic gold chain. Yeah, nigga. I go to my cell. I just put my bag down, pop. I don't unpack or nothing. And I come right out of that cell. Boom, facts, boom. Yo, what up? What up, boy? What's up? Boom. Facts. I promise you. Ask anybody. Not for nothing, I loved Rikers Island, bro. I love Rikers Island, bro. I love Rikers Island, bro. Facts. I love it, bro. I love the island, bro. Facts. I love Rikers Island, bro. I love it, bro. I love being on Rikers Island, bro. Facts.
When you in jail,
God bless Rikers Island, his ability, a trilogy. These niggas be living, boy.
complete upside down kingdom. Everything that means something to us here doesn't mean there. And everything in there that's negative and what you shouldn't be doing, it means everything. My name is Marcel Neal, 34 years old. And when I first went to Rikers, I was 14 years old. And at that point, it was like you go back to being a child now, from a 14-year-old in the streets, and you think you're tough to being a child. You want to call your mother. You want to call everybody you can possibly call to get you out of there.
So they had this setup called like the program. 2, 3, or 4 inmates ran the house.
The program is, you're gonna do what we tell you to do when we tell you to do it.
What I tell you to do.
We're gonna beat your ass and you out of here.
So there's like a chain of command. So there's the people that run the house.
Come on, son. You was pussy. I was there with you. Skip that. This nigga right here was holding it down at least a little bit. He was kind of like talking too much, but he was holding it down.
Like the third night I was there, and 3 dudes came up to where my bunk was at and asked me for my sneakers. And I just gave them my sneakers. And that was a big mistake. Next thing you know, I went to commissary. They stole my commissary, stole all my belongings. Fortunate for me, there was this older dude. He schooled me. He told me, listen, you got.
Sometimes I be thinking these niggas be making up these stories, because I've robbed a lot of niggas on the island, but I robbed niggas fighting niggas. Like, I knew he was going to fight for his shit. I've never got robbed. Nobody never tried to rob me, nothing. And I done bids, bro. Bro, I promise you that I've been locked up over 26 times and convicted 19 or more times. Facts. Undisputed facts. I've been to the state prison over 5 times, bro. I have roughly about 10 felonies. Facts. Probably more. But I know And it doesn't mean that you get 3 felonies, you get life in prison. That shit is in the movies, nigga. I promise you, that's not the way it goes. Facts. Because if not, I would have been lights the fuck out, bro. And it depends if you get locked up for the same crime. I don't get locked up for the same crime, bro. Facts. I switch crime. Poof. Homo. All that, boy. I'm homiciding niggas. Let me stop talking about it before shit come up. Niggas start blaming me for witty piggies.
You can't do that. You show weakness here.
You pussy now.
And you're dead. You know, you're not gonna make it. I grew up into Roman Greco wrestling. I'm a black belt in a couple of arts. So my father always taught me.
That karate shit don't work in Rikers, boy. Fucking, I hate niggas that know karate, nigga. Come here, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out you. Niggas that know karate, nigga. That shit don't work on Rikers. That shit don't work fighting with me. But when nigga go, whoa, I'm gonna punch the shit out you, nigga. Facts. Thank God I'm nice with the hands, bro. Facts. But I always got razors. Like my girl used to bring me a bunch of razors on the visit. Pop, I grabbed that boof it. Pop, pop, pop. Everything goes up my ass. Pop, 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 pop. So if you don't boof something, that you can never say you a nigga that did bids or you was a live wire or you was popping off. You're lying, nigga. You don't boof. You don't know how to boof. You don't know how to stick something in your ass. A razor. You don't know how to hold down a razor in there. You can't hold down tobacco in there, weed, all that at the same time. Then you never really did bids, nigga. You a stunner. Facts. Because anything that I get goes in plastic, pop, and I boof it. When I walk out of my house, like tomorrow morning, I already have my shit over there. I'm going to get all I got to get is the ping el deal. I put in the glove, pop, and I boof my shit. I boof stuff, and I cheek the rest. Facts. Every time I go outside, ask anybody that know me. I do this every day till date. Facts. Because I'm a jail nigga. I'm King Warpath in the streets of New York. I know that any second when I go outside, I may be going to Rikers Island. So I'm prepared all the time. Facts. Ask anybody. Nigga, I'm ready for anybody, bro. Facts. I don't play in the street, nigga. The minute a nigga look at me, I'm like, what's good, boy? Like, what the fuck you looking at? I'm on niggas' bodies, nigga. Facts. I'm the problem child that you don't want to fucking run into me in these streets, boy. Facts. And I talk my shit because I can. Any New York niggas, show any New York City nigga my video, nigga. Facts. Let him see me and tell him and ask him if he's really outside, not one of your frontin' ass YouTuber friends, or they just, cause niggas be stunting and they just be on YouTube, nigga. Nobody, and they talking street shit. But ask them nigga that's talking that street shit, yo, where you at right now in New York? I bet you money that nigga says, oh, nah, I'm not in New York. I'm up here upstate now. I just left New York. He'll start lying, cause all them niggas are niggas that used to live in New York. Yeah, I was in New York when? 5 years ago. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Them niggas is dick suckers, nigga. Them niggas is dick suckers. If you them niggas ain't New York, nigga. Ain't nobody New York unless you live in New York City, bro. Now, if you left at the least a year ago and all that, you still New York, right? But you can't claim New York City and you ain't been living here, nigga, for over 5 years, nigga. Are you on crack? The people are different. How you think that all these dudes, even your boy, the brainless kid, them niggas say they New York, right? Nobody from New York knows them niggas at all. Everybody that them niggas talk to are niggas that say that they used to live in New York. Bro, get the fuck out of here, them corny ass dirtbag I used to be pages. Them niggas is crazy, bro. I could have beat you twice for that shit, nigga. We real New York City niggas, boy. Facts. Ask anybody about King Warpath, boy. And if he tell you different, tell him to show his face and say, I bet you money, nobody, you never find a nigga to make a video that's in New York, but wait, that he's in New York and say that he know me, son, is not like that or whatever, or talk shit about me, I bet you never find that, bro. Facts. Because I'm going to kill both of y'all. You and him, I promise you.
You know, I got you in this for discipline. I don't want you to hurt somebody unless somebody tries to hurt you. So that was a big debate for me because I didn't want to hurt nobody. I could, but I didn't want to hurt nobody, but I had no choice. The first thing I did was get my sneakers back. I went and got all my commissary back. I went and got all my jeans, all my shirts, all my t-shirts, all my underwear, all my socks. I went and got everything that they took from me back. And I had to bust a couple of heads to get it back. It was either going to be me or them. And I had to do this in order to gain my respect.
I learned to befriend people and get close to them in order to find out their weaknesses. So that's why I just waited for my time to present itself. And it was early in the morning and they was giving out jelly. Yeah, like an apple jelly.
And he cut a Spanish dude. Facts.
Tried to give me like a small portion. So I waited for him to come out.
He did it to the Spanish dude.
Got in the shower. And that's when I attacked him. I went full force at him, whooped his ass, and I was just climbing the ranks steadily. Steadily.
You know, I heard all types of stories about.
This is a nigga that people think he's Spanish. This nigga was a panko. He running with the Muslims.
You know, people switch up on you when you know, there's one way in society and then I start to think. I'm not thinking about where I'm going anymore, getting any sleep. I'm thinking about how am I going to get my first weapon. So I asked somebody it was the easiest way to get a weapon. You know what he tells me? Off the fan. I look over in the corner, it's a fan right over there. Next thing I see next to the fan is a box of tissues. I'm thinking, man, how am I gonna get to that fan? Because I need to make an ice pick off of that, you know, with that thing. And when they finally called my name, as soon as I came out, I was like, you know, officer, can I grab some tissue? And when I went.
Not for nothing, that fan shit is corny, bro. My wife brings me my razors and all that. I'm a razor nigga. I stay with knives and all that, cause you know the dude, Damn, what's this nigga's name? I be dumbing out. I forgot a nigga's name, bro. But he's the dude, the Mac baller. Anyway, I remember. He's a famous dude. He's locked up. Fuck. He's from the Supreme team. His name is Supreme. His name is Preem. But anyway, I just wanted to say his whole full name. I forgot it. But anyway, Preem, Supreme, Bimmy, Supreme. Preem was locked up with me a few times. But when he first went to Rikers Island, he ended up in my house. And I told y'all what happened. I said this years ago. It's in my videos and it's on Golden Culture. It's on all my shit. It's here in the beginning of this, when I first started, in the live streams and all that. Unless I got it blocked. But I said it a million times. But anyway, Preem was playing around with my ice pick. I just had sharpened it. Pop, 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 pop. Facts. And he was playing, acting like he was banging me with it, right? But I seen him trying to get like hard with it, and I'm like, yo, bro, boom. So we had like a little scuffle in there, but he gave my banger back. But then he was laughing, and I'm like, yo, don't play like that, bro. I got mad. I was playing with him, but I got mad, bro. But Preem is a good dude. A lot of people was talking shit about Preem, but Preem wasn't no sucker, bro. If he dared play around with me with my own banger, he was poking at me with it too. I'm snatching it, ping, ping, ping. I'm thumping with him, but we acting like we playing, but it was getting aggressive, right? I slowed it down because I liked it, Preem. You get it? And I was like, damn, bro, don't tell me I'm gonna have to kill Preem in here, bro, because I was gonna murder him in my cell. Facts. I keep it a stack. It wouldn't be the first bit out of the kiddo and the peanut. That's a fact. Whoever know, boy. So I almost killed him, bro. I almost killed Supreme, bro. Facts. But I didn't. He slowed up. I found a way to play, to make this shit a playing situation instead of keep getting aroused, because I was getting hyped. But he was pushing me to that. But he became my little man, bro, Preem. I know I was locked up with a lot of them Supreme niggas, but Preem was the first dude I was locked up with, and I was with him in C95 when he first went through. I had that house smashed. I had the phones and everything. Number one is every house that I go to, I take the phone. Whoever knows me, knows exactly that. If you ask anybody that did a bid with me and ask them who had the phones in his house, I bet you son will tell you, nah, he did. Facts. I promise you. I be telling these niggas from Sunset Park, a few niggas from Sunset Park did bids with me. They were locked up. They came in my house. But I'm going to tell you why I never got them to come up and tell the story. Like, I mean, a lot of people said it. Yo, he had the phones. I delete them parts. I don't like people bigging me up. But this year right here, I'm going to call it the big up status. Remember that. Because anybody that comes up to my channel that was locked up with me, I'm going to let them tell you how I had it smashed. Facts. Not that they didn't. Man niggas did. You got dudes that was locked up with me in the videos that I put up when I interviewed them. They talked about me. Facts. Even my co-defender, the bro that he got when I got recrowned in the end of 92, that he got crowned with me. You seen that video, right? He tells niggas when I slapped the shit out the Prieto with the tray, that wasn't my beef. When I smacked the black brother, the blood nigga, I made him eat the fucking tray and everything. I don't play, bro. I don't give a fuck if you blood, whatever the fuck you are, nigga. You're gonna pay for whatever you doing or you trying to do or whatever, boy. Facts. There's a king house, boy. And I'm the top king, nigga. But I'd rather be the only king in the house. Facts. But I don't come to play, bro. I make niggas pay, boy. Hard body, bro. I give niggas beats, nigga. I don't play around with my shit, boy. I come down to chop shit up. I chop niggas down, bro. Facts. Niggas know me. I come through like the gravy, bro. Check this out. Where that video is at, it's a funny video that he says it. I got all these shits on private. Cause I'm not, it's no sense. The shit don't bring you no money. They just slow your channel down. So I keep them. So if niggas think I delete videos, I never delete videos, bro. Even when the dollar sign is yellow, bro, and all of them are mostly green. There's probably like 2 or 3 look yellow, and I still got money for them. Facts. But this right here, listen to this. This was light. This was in the early 90s, but every house I went to, I popped off. It was always behind another nigga. If you flip on a Latin King nigga, I'm gonna hospitalize you. Everybody knows that, bro. Facts. Yo, son violated me. Look at this piece. Look. This is Papa when he said that. Everybody heard this shit. Yo, son violated me. Look at this piece of chicken. So I say, what? Nah, you like, yo, he said like that shit. Like, but I like that because back then we lived in a way like, yo, before you pop, just let the bros know around you. So it wasn't like nothing was sweet. It's like, yo, I'm about to pop on this dude. Look why he don't want to change it, but he changed it for the black brother.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that's
what
happened.
You're right. That's exactly what happened. Everybody saw it, so we had to do something, bro.
Right.
We had to get face at that point.
Everybody saw it, and we on the line, and he tried to act like, yo, that's it. Like it was something sweet about kings.
Yeah.
And that's when, what happened? Do you remember exactly what happened?
Yeah, I remember. I showed you the tray. You took the tray from my hand, and you walked up to dude, and the last thing, you know how the motherfuckers in the movies be throwing pies in people's faces? You call smack the whole tray on dude's face. That style, bro.
Facts. I never cap, nigga. They call me the realest nigga in the world, bro. And that was a house that was popping, nigga. I smacked the shit out the homeboy with the tray, nigga. You not giving my bro the food? What? Nigga. He said he was king, nigga. Nah, I was locked up with real niggas. Don't ask me about them corny niggas. Them niggas never even been really locked up. Niggas went to Rikers Island, did a little skip bit. Them niggas is derelicts. Them niggas on my dick. Making videos talking about me. Nigga don't never even met me. You heard? That nigga was just a fan. I bring that nigga to YouTube, nigga. Your little man that you named right there, I swear to God, I put them niggas on my platform, got them niggas thousands of subs. But I don't know that bum ass nigga. Facts. I put him on my platform so he could say how he's not king, nigga. And he did that. The only thing I have his videos blocked. Facts. But that nigga's a bum, a whole bum, nigga. When I see that nigga, he not gonna have no eyes. Facts. Yeah, well, watch your questions, bro. Don't ask me stupid questions, my nigga. You know I don't know that nigga. Them niggas don't live in New York City. You don't know them niggas don't live in New York City? Them niggas ain't live in New York City over 5 years, bro. Nobody in New York City knows them niggas. Facts. What they do is they come on the internet, try to find New York City dudes to run with them, and then they put them up to talk. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up, manito? What's up, my brother? Or whatever the fuck, right? He don't know that nigga, bro. He met that nigga on YouTube, on the internet, playing around. You get it? And then the dude is like, yo, what's up, my brother? Bro, if I ever hear that kid saying ADR to somebody, boy, watch, bro. Trust me, bro. Because that nigga came on my platform. I have it right there. That's why I did that. I did that to everybody that was forced claiming. And he literally said, nah, I'm not king. I'm not nothing. I'm not. He can't be king, bro. There's no. Where he lives at, there's kings. There's kings in every place. Every borough, every state. There's kings everywhere. He's never been with a king where he lives at. He's never reported. In over a decade, he hasn't reported, bro. So who you throwing it up to, my nigga? You're not king. You don't carry yourself like a king. None of that. You get it? Nigga showed his ass on TV. Them niggas are bums, nigga. More bums. You know who's a bigger bum? The niggas that watch them niggas' videos. That makes you a bum and a piece of shit. Facts. Because I don't watch videos from bum niggas. And the niggas that watch videos like that are bums, piece of shit niggas. Facts. I could say that. Pull up, nigga. You crazy? I'll body one of y'all niggas, boy. Facts. I'll kill you, boy. Facts, homie.
My mother and somebody taps me from behind. And it's like, yo, you can't use that phone. I was just like, yo, get away from me, yo. And then I'm talking to my mother. And then I felt somebody like come behind me and like he grabbed me from the back first. And then like I felt like this, but then I kind of rolled. Cut. I said, no, I don't need medical attention because like, you know, it's protocol in there. We handle it ourselves.
I was assaulted in the shower by 4 inmates, and they were determined to teach me a lesson.
That's bad. That's bad. I was gonna show you this guy, but I don't like rest in peace.
Pray.
If I'm not mistaken, he died, but I don't deal with fake kings, so he used to be a king and became a priest or whatever the fuck. I don't believe in that shit. It's either you king or you king. That's it, point blank. We don't become no fucking priests or nothing. So I would say rest in peace, but I don't believe in resting in peace, bro. Especially if you was claiming king and then you claiming some other shit. Fuck out of here. Yeah, what up, boy? Yeah, cling. I'm off this. Rikers Island, you already know we blowing up. Tomorrow morning, we here. Every day, we here. Gang shit.